basic, basic, basic. Ha.
Yo, yo.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this makeup tutorial for you. It is a cool toned, more defined cat eye kind of look. I've used a ton of new products. I just spat. Sorry about that. I've used a ton of new products in this video, just ones that have come in over the last couple of weeks that I haven't had a chance to use because Halloween's been here. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've already prepped my skin with my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir Oil, hence why it's looking super oily. And now I'm going to go in with my smoothing primer from Makeup Forever, which is my favourite. And I'm just using my hands to just put that all over my face. Then I'm going in with my foundation, which I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Golden on my Rodial foundation airbrush brush, and I'm just buffing this into my face. I do this tutorial in a bit of a weird way for me. It's not in my usual way. So once I've put on the foundation all over my face, I will be leaving the face to go on to the eyes and eyebrows. I know that's really weird, but you'll see why. So first of all, I am prepping my eyelids with the concealer we'll use in a second, which is the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. This one is in light medium, I think. It's very light, right? So I'm just applying that all over my eye as a base for my shadows, just to get rid of all the discoloration on my eyelid, and then setting that with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and the banana shade, just to make sure the shadows blend really easily and they don't get stuck to the tacky concealer base. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm using my Rodial eyebrow pencil. This is the Glamour Brow in dark ash brown, and just filling it in my eyebrows how I normally do. First of all, I underline my brow, and then I do the tail, and then I just kind of fill in any sparse areas and do some kind of wispy upward strokes in the inner part of your eyebrow, you know, like the bit nearest your nose. Okay, just give the eyebrows a brush through, and that's both eyebrows done. I'm just pointing out that I bit my lip and I pulled the skin off and it really hurted. Taking the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, I am taking, first of all, it's really pretty, right? I'm taking this shade here, which is called Instinct. I can't speak today. On a large fluffy brush, I'm just buffing this into the upper crease, kind of, oh, peanut, into the upper crease area as our transition colour. I do bring this onto the outer corner as well, but just buffing it all over that general area. Next, I'm going into the shade Lethal, which is this beautiful kind of plummy colour, I guess, and I'm using the brush it comes with just to mark out where this is going, so just like basically drawing a little arrow at the edge of our eye, and then I'm going into a MAC 217 and I'm buffing and blending this out. So the darkest part will be on the outer corner, but I am blending it into the crease as well. Then I go back into my fluffy brush just to make sure there's no harsh lines, and then just do the exact same thing to the other eye. You just basically want to keep adding that colour until you're happy with the depth of colour you have from it. I kind of keep adding all the way through this tutorial because I feel like every step you add, like when you add liner, you're like, oh, I need it to be darker. Then you add lashes and you're like, oh, I need it to be darker. Then I'm taking the shade Nude and I'm applying this kind of to the base of the lid where there isn't really any shadow, but just to make it a little bit brighter. I didn't want it to be super bright, but just like a little bit brighter and a bit cleaner. I'm just packing that onto kind of the centre and the inner part of my eyelid. And then back into the 217 just to blend out those edges so it all blends together nicely. I also went ahead and applied some of that Instinct colour just on that kind of like middle outer corner of the eye. Then going into Blow, I'm going to be... Why does that sound naughty? That shouldn't sound naughty. Going into Blow, I am putting this on my brow bone. and then just buffing out the edges one more time. Now I'm moving back onto the face. I told you this was going to be a weird way of doing your makeup, but I wanted to conceal my face using the same product I used on my eyes, the Naked concealer. I'm basically just going to use this first of all before we continue with the eyes to clean up that wing shape at the edge. You could just do this with a wipe. You could totally not do your foundation and just do your eyes first and clean out with a wipe and then go in with the concealer. I just did it in a weird way today. But yeah, I'm just using the concealer to clean up that edge, which is kind of giving us a guide of where I want my liner to go in a second. So I'm just buffing it out with my Real Techniques Duo Fibre Brush. I really like this brush for patting in and blending out concealer. I use it a lot and I just think it does a really good job really fast, and I really like it. I feel like it keeps the product there, you know, like it keeps the pigmentation there. Then I'm setting that with the same Kat Von D Banana shade. Just in all the areas that we've applied that concealer, and then I will be going into the middle contour shade in the same palette to bronze up and contour the face. I am using the Benefit Hoola Bronzer? No, this Benefit Hoola Brush, I don't know what this is called, you know, this thing, I use it all the time. I'm using this so it gives us not a super harsh contour, because I didn't want it to be like ridiculously harsh but still contoured, because yeah, that's the look we're going for today. Then I'm going into, this is the Urban Decay Naked Illuminating palette or something, it's new, and I used the brush it came with and I just used all three colours purely because I couldn't decide which one to use, so I just used all three. And I was so pleasantly surprised with this, because when I swatched it, if you watched my Snapchat you would have seen it, I was a little bit like, oh wow, no, it's way too sparkly, because like there was loads of loose glitter like flying everywhere. But then when I put it on I was like, wow, this is really nice, so I was really impressed with it and I actually really liked it. Next, moving on to liner, I am taking the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner just to do our wing. First of all, I do the line on our actual lash line on our eyeball, do it quite thin, and then I draw the wing, and then I just build it up gradually to as thick as I want it. I'm not going to lie, getting this on camera is so difficult. Like, I know everyone says that, but it really is, because I'm quite blind. I'm very blind, and I can't really see in the mirror. Anyway, you just want to do a fairly long, large wing. Don't I hold, how weird do I hold the pen when I do this eye? Is that not really weird? Does anyone else do that? I find that's really weird. Anyway, so the same thing, doing the actual eyeball part first, then drawing the wing, and then just connecting the two together. And then you'll see on this one, I didn't quite do the line as crisp as I wanted, so I just took a makeup remover wipe and put my finger in it, so my nails, obviously like a sharp edge, to just really crisp up that outer edge, and then you can just buff it out with some concealer. And then, as I said, I do go back in and darken it even further, just because I felt like I wanted the wing to almost connect, so I went in with Blackjack, which is almost a black, but I don't think it's quite a black. And I deepened up that outer corner even more, so it kind of connects to the wing, you know, where it kind of is just all dark in that very outer corner, which isn't even my eyeball. And this is going to make your eyes look really, like, elongated and wide apart and, like, cat eye and, you know. So yeah, so it's not even really my eyeball, you know, it's like right at the edge of the wing, not quite the tip, but the edge. And then again, just blending it out. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm basically doing the exact same thing, but I'm starting off with the darker shade, so Lethal, and I'm just doing just lining like my lash line with a flat definer brush, and then I'm buffing it out with Instinct. Then I'm applying some lashes. These are the Huda Beauty lashes in Farah, and then applying some mascara. Today I'm using a different mascara. This is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. Perversion? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. It's really nice actually, so maybe a new fave. Lining my waterline with a nude liner, but only halfway across, and then I'm using that same brow highlighter, which was Blow, to highlight my inner corner. Moving on to lips, I am lining them with MAC lip liner in Whirl, and then for lipstick, today I'm going for the Kat Von D Lolita. I've wanted this lipstick for so long, and it arrived in the post probably maybe even a month ago, and I still haven't used it. So I used it for the first time today, and I know everyone raves about the formula, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. But the formula is insane. It is by far the nicest liquid lipstick I've ever worn on my lips, ever. It doesn't feel like a liquid lipstick, it feels like nothing, and it feels so comfortable. I really want to get every shade in this. I was honestly blown away at the formula of these. Hopefully it's not just this shade and they're all like this, but this formula was so nice. But once you've done that, the look is complete. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to check out my last tutorial here. And also click here to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already and join the family. And that is everything from me, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.